Nuggets, nighttime reactions. Let's get our spooky on, shall we?
A mother and her baby are alone at home when something very unsettling is caught on camera. According to the mother, she has no words for this terrifying encounter. The mother writes, "I thought I was hearing things at first, but then my back door motion detector went off. That's when I knew it was real." She further adds that only she and her child live alone in this house. So whatever was caught on camera had to be someone or something else. If no other child lives here, then who or what was captured?
That is not the back door.
This is what was caught.
No! Ugh! Are you serious? Look at that. You know that's a teddy bear. Look at that. Teddy Ruxpin and mother. Oh my God. Look at that shit. Nah. Nope. I would. Ugh. What would you do? Put that in the comments below. What would you do if you saw that on your Ring camera? Which I'm not sure why I have Ring cameras facing that instead of being outside. But, oh, they have indoor ones. I'm sorry. But what would you do if you saw that? I would probably throw up and, yeah, no, move, bless the house, burn them shits. You know what I mean? What the hell is on that pan down there? Those look like rats. When does she see it? So, I don't know. What the hell was that? Did you hear that? We'll listen to that one more time. Something goes in the background. What the actual was that?
Out of nowhere, a child's giggle is heard inside the house. But even more creepy is the fact that her baby was already looking at the direction from where the laugh had come from.
Aww.
Initially thinking it was just in her head, she turns away from the source of the voice, seeming less scared, when suddenly the sound of running footsteps is heard. It is at this point that she begins to realize that maybe someone or something is inside her house. It was only after the motion detector went off that she quickly fled away from the scene. As we already know, there shouldn't be another child in the home. Yet, a kid's voice is heard inside.
Yeah.
The mom further mentions that she looked around the house as one of her thoughts was that a kid had broken into her home. But after searching all over the place, there was no trace of anyone there.
Being by herself.
Of course, it's not certain if a ghost or an entity was caught on camera. But until more info is given, the question still remains. Just who or what was inside the house?
Wait. So, number 4. So that thing that was on the door, that wasn't it? I thought they were saying that's what was caught. I'm like, oh my God. I mean, but still. Yeah, and they said a child's laughter. I didn't hear a laughter. I heard in the background. What about you? That wasn't no damn laughter. If it was, that was a demon.
A family in Mexico has been experiencing paranormal activity. From hearing random knocks on their door and opening it to find no one there, to seeing things inside their house move on their own, the family can't help but think that something very sinister is haunting them. Now, for some reason, these odd occurrences didn't happen until one day they heard a random knock on their door. Ever since then, they would wake up late at night to strange noises and other creepy occurrences.
I'm sorry. Did anybody else get scared by that? I don't know about you guys, but when that knock happened, it was just in the one ear, and I'm right next to a window in my computer room. It sounded like somebody was knocking on my window. My heart is currently residing inside of my butthole. Plus, with those keys, I don't know why people do that. They get those deadbolts that are double-sided key. What if you lose the key somewhere? You can't even get out of your house. You know what I mean? That's never made sense why people do that.
That seemingly don't stop unless they are recognized. Given how often this occurs, the family has started recording these incidents. After being woken up once again by strange noises, a family member begins to record and captures the following. This is what they caught.
Well, dude's just farting underneath the covers.
No sé si se alcance a ver. Las 3 de la mañana con 1 minuto. Y mi hermana me acaba de levantar porque dice que se escuchan ruidos en el cuarto. Mi esposo y mi niña están dormidos.
Told you, he just farted. That's all the air was in.
Vamos a ir a ver qué se escucha en el cuarto. No hay nadie. Solamente estamos mi hermana, mi hija, mi esposo y yo. Aquí en este cuarto está solo porque en estos últimos días nadie ha podido dormir aquí. Como podrán ver, el cuarto está totalmente solo y pues nadie duerme aquí. Solo estamos nosotros.
Sorry about that. I'll cut that. Give me 1 second. Somebody was knocking at my door. Hang on. Scared the shit out. Sorry about that. Good God. Oh, scared the hell out of me.
Mi hermana dice que se escuchan cosas, pero... Ay, me asusté. Pero no sé, pues no se oye nada. No sabe.
Oh, I was like, what the hell are we waiting on here? It's like doing a Bloody Mary in the bathroom. You do it and you're like, ah! And then you run and go somewhere else and hide in the covers.
Levántate. Levántate porque...
Oh yeah, so get your ass up and go check that out. Bro, they left a little kid laying there by himself. They ran into a bed together. He's gonna go out there and fart again.
Se escuchó la puerta. Mira, acabamos de venir y no estaba así. Todos los cajones están abiertos.
Yes. Bro, if I see an arm poke out of there, I'm gonna freak out.
All of a sudden, the bedroom cabinets are open. It's almost as though someone had ransacked the room before disappearing from sight. But the family knows it wasn't a person who did this, but rather something else. They continue to look around in confusion, trying to see if anything else had happened, when out of nowhere, this happens.
La niña está dormida.
Yeah.
Estamos solos. No sabemos qué fue lo que pudo haber pasado. Mi esposo anda viendo. ¿Qué fue eso? ¿Qué es, amor?
Se movió la puerta, no sé qué.
Huh?
¿Qué va a caer aquí? Nada, nada.
I don't need to see the wall there, love. What's going
No
on?
hay nada. No hay nada en el baño.
A toothbrush in the shower?
Just what exactly had caused the noise in the bathroom? Like with most occurrences, the family can't seem to explain it. But surprisingly, it was thereafter that the occurrences stopped. It would seem that the family no longer experiences anything unusual. But then one night, the following takes place. The family is woken up by a shuffling noise coming from the same bedroom where the cabinets had been opened. They immediately begin to record when the following happens.
Estamos otra vez aquí. Son las... ¿Dónde está el teléfono? No sé ni qué horas son, pero se están escuchando ruidos. Y estamos solas. Mi esposo anda trabajando. Mis hermanas están dormidas. Saraí, despiértate. Acompáñenme a ver allá adentro. Se están escuchando ruidos otra vez.
Come see. What, are you trying to get that little kid to come with you? Kid's like, hell no.
Acompáñenme a ver allá adentro. Se están escuchando ruidos. Vamos, agarra por favor a la niña.
Let's go check them shits out.
Dios mío. solas. No sé si alcanzan a escuchar. Se escucha el perro. ¿Qué horas son, hija? Son las 3:33 de la mañana. Ay, Dios.
33. You know what the threes mean. You guys watch The Conjuring, you know what the threes mean.
Poco trabajar hoy. Estamos nosotras solas. Tenemos mucho. No, abrázame. Tenemos mucho miedo. Hace como 15 días que se empezaron. Que escucharon estos ruidos. No sé si es imposible. Ay. No sé si es imposible dormir. Cuando estamos solas. Ay, no, no puede ser. No puede ser, no puede ser. Cada vez se nos hace más difícil dormir. Ay, Dios.
Oh!
Ay, Dios.
Is something just crawling under the bed?
Ay, Dios mío. Ay, no sé si alcanzaron a ver, pero se movió la cortina. Acompáñenme, por favor, a ver si no es alguien. Ay, no, que no puede ser, no puede ser, no puede ser.
First said, calm down.
¿Hay alguien?
You can hear all that heavy breathing, too. You hear that?
Somehow, the curtain
If you looked at it when it said 3:33 a.m. on her phone, that's why I was just looking down to look it up. I couldn't remember the quite story. It is known as the Devil's Hour. It says the hour of the devil, also known as hour of the dead or dead time, is when paranormal activity enters its peak. It is when demons and spirits are most active, according to astrologers. Believers in the paranormal assure that this time is peak for activity of the dead. Says the subject assures that it because 333 is a satanic symbol since it is half of 666, the number of the beast. Creepy.
moves on its own. Now, some think that a light breeze had made it move, which could be the case, but it still doesn't explain the strange banging noise that is heard, or why the dogs were barking non-stop. Maybe it is the case that somebody was messing with them, but other previous
Nicolas Cage?
incidents make the family think otherwise. So then, just what exactly is going on inside this home? Like with most videos, there has yet to be a definitive answer to this question.
Number 3.
This next video was shot by someone who in the footage seems to be taking in the view of the river before them. All appears to be normal
Except for
until the camera
giant
catches something from a distance.
That's so
Upon zooming
blurry.
in, it becomes apparent that
hell
whatever
kind of
was
camera
caught
are
on
they using?
camera had most likely ruined the mood of the person recording. Now there isn't that much info on the clip,
Bigfoot's
but
humping?
it still nonetheless speaks for itself.
It-
This is
What?
what was captured.
Domingo, curtindo uma
That's like the most
cachoeira
grainy,
em
horrible, out of
Rio
focus.
de Janeiro. Reparem no visual, na mata. Agora o melhor de tudo é essa queda d'água.
The hell is that back there?
Muita água. Muita força.
Is that what we're looking at right here? Oh. Oh, what the hell is that?
Caraca, tem uma coisa ali.
What the f-
Caraca, apareceu um cara ali no meio da água.
was that?
Mozinho! Mozinho,
Hã?
você viu o cara no meio da água?
Yeah, what she said.
Caraca! Ali, mozinho!
That thing was like. It duck his head was like.
Not too far from the camera, there appears to be someone or something bathing in the roaring rapids of the river. After being splashed by countless river waves, the figure all of a sudden vanishes.
Here's my thing though.
It's as though the waves had washed away.
As I've said before in previous videos, and so many other people as well have, there's a lot of videos like just like this of catching sea monsters, megalodon, Loch Ness, Bigfoot, Yetis, all that kind of stuff, UFOs. None of them are in focus. This is literally, I mean, unless she's using a telescopic lens from like a couple 100 yards away and it's like crappy. I don't understand. Like, you could literally have an iPhone 3G or a Nextel phone from back in the 90s and get a better picture quality than that. I'm not disrespecting. Maybe that's the best thing she has. I'm just saying is it just seems like every single time everything is always out of focus, which is weird.
Away the shadowy form, but then suddenly it comes back for a split second before being taken away by the river.
Well, yeah, you're a
Now,
peeping
even
Tom,
if we
bro.
don't know what the person behind the camera is saying, we can hear it in their voice how baffled they are by the strange figure in the distance. Whoever, or whatever this is, has yet to be known.
See, watch.
But I'll leave it to you to decide as to whether or not it's something
checking out my ass.
Unfortunately, the lack of info on this video makes it likely that we'll never know for sure.
Number 2.
A mountain climber from Mexico shares a chilling photo from his trip to the mountains. It was during a podcast that Jesus Olivares shared the image and recounted the story behind it. Doubtless, the picture is pretty creepy to say the least. In 2009, Olivares and a group of friends had traveled to one of the highest mountains in Mexico. The mountain is known as Pico de Orizaba, which has an elevation so high above sea level that it's nearly impossible to climb without an oxygen supply. Many believe that the mountain is uninhabitable for this reason, and therefore lacks civilization. However, many climbers have reported seeing silhouettes of people and other strange shadow-like figures when going up the mountain.
Every 23 years for 23 days, it gets to feed. Tell me that's not Jeepers Creepers, dude.
While some think that this might have been other climbers in the area, many believe that this might have been the spirits of deceased individuals who tragically died during their climb.
Wow.
Now, Olivares admits to having seen things he couldn't explain. Perhaps this might have been the altitude sickness kicking in, as low levels of oxygen can cause people to hallucinate. But Olivares is certain that what he saw wasn't him just seeing things, but in fact, something real. And to prove it, he has a photo. In a podcast, Olivares claims to have seen shadows and heard distant voices while he and his friends ascended the mountain. These occurrences would come and go, but eventually stop at a certain point. They would continue climbing, feeling less spooked, before later stopping to take photos. Now, lots were taken, but one in particular would catch people's attention. After the trip was over, Olivares posted the pics on his social media and called it a day. But then, the day after, a strange comment was made below one of his photos, which read, "Nice pic, but who's the kid in the background?" Confused by the comment, Olivares, in response, asked, "What kid?" To which they replied, "The kid in the corner. Who is that?" Olivares takes a closer look at the photo.
What the fuck? Hey!
He immediately got goosebumps.
Dude, who the hell's
Olivares assures
photobombing?
us that he and his friends, all adults, were the only ones present at the site. Initially thinking that it was just a rock, he shrugged it off as a case of pareidolia, but upon closer examination, there is clearly a child's face.
Bro, that rock's got a hairline.
It doesn't make any sense that someone, let alone a child, would be this high up in the mountain by themselves.
That's not a...
Only explanation he can think of is that this was a paranormal incident. But of course, it is solely a theory among many others who've seen the picture. The photo continues to haunt him to this day.
That just looks like one of his homies photobombing. You can't tell that that's a kid.
The lack of an explanation reassures him that something paranormal...
I mean, what do you guys think? You can't tell that that's a kid. Literally, it's like, I'll do it again. All you can see is that. Would you be able to tell that I was a child or adult just from this? You know what I mean? It's, again, it's one of those things.
Occurred.
That's obviously somebody there.
As always,
but
what do you
is that a kid or is that just one of his homies?
Did Olivares capture something paranormal? Or might there be a rational explanation for this? Feel free to let me know what you think down below.
It's one of his homies.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444@gmail.com.
If I find them, I will do so.
That being said, let's get back to the video. Now, this last video was submitted by
Number
Aaron
one.
Tipsy, who states that a friend of his
Yeti
had
Blue
sent
Mike.
him a creepy video. In it, Aaron's friend can be seen sleeping inside their bedroom when something downright terrifying is captured. It's close to midnight when the following happens. This is what was caught.
Ghost come smack her or something? Ah! What the actual...
What better way to induce insomnia than
What? Okay. What are you? Huh? Look at that. Look at that gaper, dude. That's like... And then her eyes are rolled back in her head. That's horrible. What?
by watching a video
Dude.
like this?
Well, what the fuck is she
Now, it's worth
doing?
mentioning that this same video
Dude, she just... What the
can be found on TikTok.
The face was bad
However,
enough, but that
the context
head
given for
bob
that
and shit.
video is different from the one that was
Oh.
sent to me. Aaron states that his friend has no recollection of ever doing this in their sleep, whereas the one on TikTok states that they were fully conscious when they did this. Whether
Yo.
conscious or not, the imagery of this video is still nonetheless pretty disturbing.
That is some, what is that, Evil Dead. You know what I'm saying? The Dead by Dawn, I'll swallow your soul. That crazy shit. Those eyes literally just completely roll back white. Her mouth just contorts to snake-like unhinged jaw proportions. And then she does this creepy bob her head. And then, boom, back to normal. Slams her head back down on that pillow.
Real or not, this here is a great source of nightmare fuel.
All right, folks. That's it for this episode of Nuggets Nighttime Reactions. That was pretty good. That last one, oh my God. I can't even begin to... Yeah, it says nighttime fuel, or I'm sorry, nightmare fuel is right. Oh my God. This is from BizzareBub. I will leave their channel link in the description below. Go check them out. Share, like, and subscribe. And as always, I will see you on the next one. Take care. Good night.